Call the planning, you gonna sit
We're
down?
gonna redistrict.
Call the planning zone committee to order. Do we have minutes?
They coming around?
Justin, if you would see.
Thank you, Mr. McGee.
We have a motion on the minutes.
Motion.
Have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do we have any, comments or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes passed. What I've got is a little bit of housekeeping, and Chris, you chime in if I do something wrong here, okay? We passed the, resolution last month, 2021 code. I think we had to back up on one too, and there's a little bit of heartburn there, and the heartburn is in the term in our resolution, it said remodel. And I'm gonna give you a little bit about what I've done the last several days here. Remodel to me, change those light fixtures, paint that wall, put down new carpet, you remodel this room. And that's what a lot of construction people think. But when you call the bank and ask for definition of a loan and remodeling, they got a whole different definition. Then you call the insurance company, that insures the bank's loan on that remodeling, they got an entirely different definition. And so what basically the simple part of this thing is, if you don't get into the wiring and the plumbing where you have to bring stuff up to meet the code, it's a confusing thing. People have called in, especially construction people. So my recommendation from the study I've done all the early part of the week is we delete remodeling and add in there construction, reconstruction in accordance with section 8J 101, which is the code, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, which is the code concerning remodeling. And that tells you if it's plumbing issue, yes, you need to get a permit. And they have to inspect it. If it's electrical issue where you change all the electricity in the whole building, yes, you have to. If you build out a basement so son and new wife can live there and have bedrooms, you have to get a permit. But that puts the judgment call back on him rather than, or back on Tom and his staff rather than, people like myself just don't understand what remodeling is. So remodeling, what are you laughing at? You're interrupting my meeting. You're interrupting my meeting, what you're doing. So, we're in order here. So my thinking is, and Chris, you correct me if I'm wrong, if we substitute remodeling with construction and or reconstruction in accordance with this regulation number, then we'll be good to go. Would that satisfy everything in the confusion, Chris?
Would it not need to be renovation, reconstruction and or renovation?
Yeah, I think all those terms match.
Because they're both defined in the code.
Yeah, but everybody got different definitions for them, so we just need, the committee needs to land on something, so to eliminate confusion.
Yeah.
That's the reason I said construction, which is everything and or reconstruction in accordance with that, and that's what it's gotta be in accordance with. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, effectively, these fees that were adopted and where the term remodel comes in, it has specifically to do with the two fees that were adopted, I believe, is the only place it's referenced in the original amendment that was passed. But in talking to Chris, he said, Lebanon actually uses that same term in their fee schedule. But it's-
Lebanon got
but
on
it's-
call some of them.
But it's effectively the same thing. What we were intent on enforcing that fee on was on reconstruction and or renovation inside of a building for commercial and or residential purposes.
Pledge of the committee, he just said, what'd you say, reconstruction and or renovation?
Yes.
If that wants to be substituted in there, that's fine too.
But how are we
You got
defining
ideas?
this again?
Sir?
How are we defining it?
Well, it's defined by the IRC in this appendix. Renovation is the change, strengthening, or additioning of load-bearing elements or the refinishing, replacement, bracing, strengthening, upgrading, or extensive repair of existing materials, elements, components, equipment, or fixtures. Renovation does not involve reconfiguration of spaces, interior and exterior painting, are not considered refinishing for purposes of this definition. And,
What I'm
Then
trying,
re-
what I'm,
okay.
let me interrupt you, Tom. What I'm trying to do is get us away from that crap. And let him make the judgment call on whether or not it's, in Tom's office, make a judgment call on whether it takes a permit or doesn't take a permit. If it's electrical or plumbing or something, or strengthen the beams, yes, it does. Paint this wall and change the light fixture, does not, so.
right.
They ain't gonna call you nobody.
We're about to be hiring more people for his office. I tell you, we're gonna be hiring more people.
What that could be, I don't know, but,
Replacing the roof.
pardon?
What if you're replacing a roof? Do you need a permit?
I
Gordon.
don't think, so the only times that we were gonna utilize that fee would be major load changes within, or you're changing an attic to a bedroom, or you're changing a single family to a two-family, so, isolated work is not gonna be a part of it.
Would construction, reconstruction, and in accordance with that, would that not satisfy?
I think it's a broad definition, yeah, but.
That's what I'm trying to do, get a broad definition, but it's gotta be in accordance with the regulation.
Correct.
Okay. Pleasure committee,
So you want to take out remodel and replace with reconstruction?
construction and or reconstruction in accordance with appendix AJ, whatever it is here, AJ 101.
Just so I
AJ 106.1.
understand, you're saying that a remodel, what we would consider a remodel, is gonna require, in your opinion, dealing with structure and things of that nature. Somebody wanting to lay carpet and paint and things of that nature, we're not gonna go meddling with people's
No.
business.
Only load bearing
But there are
issues.
people out there that think you put new carpet.
We
in,
don't
you
care
gotta
what
put-
color the couch is.
But I'm worried about, putting hardship on people, charging them money for doing things in their home, and we don't wanna do that.
No.
Not
But if you,
beautify it,
but if
sure.
you purchase an old home and you're gonna renovate it, that's what I consider a remodel, and that's what you're gonna consider, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're talking about basically gutting an old house and rebuilding it inside.
Or building onto it.
What's the pleasure committee?
I'll make the motion as Tom had it worded, that as long as it suits you, as long as we're on the same page.
In accordance with this, with the regulations.
So you need to tell me what that is.
I couldn't repeat it, so you're gonna have to,
Tom likes renovation, what was it, Tom, the two terms?
I said reconstruction or renovation in accordance with section AJ 106.
That'll work. Will that not work for you, Chris? Okay,
Or in accordance with appendix AJ 106
which is,
of the IRC. Right.
Y'all keep adding them initials in there. With appendix what?
AJ?
One person tell me. What is it?
Appendix AJ 106 of the IRC.
okay, 106 or 101?
101 is the overall thing, but 106 is where the definition is.
Okay,
Hush, me and Mike got this.
101.6.
yeah.
That's what I meant to say. No, 106.1.
Tommy did it. You did a second? Okay, Bobby.
We got a motion, we got a second. Any further discussion? Hope not.
I would like to go one step further. I
Yes, sir.
made that motion, but when I go getting phone calls that we're hindering people with trying to do some modernization or updates to their homes, we're gonna be right back in here again. We're not gonna hinder people and hurt them.
That's
tax
correct.
them for no reason.
That's what I'm trying to vote.
That's what I'm
That's what he's
stating.
trying to fix.
Are you gonna get after anybody for changing out a Genair stove for a KitchenAid?
Not at all. The only reason that this all came up is because people are asking for major remodel permits and saying that they can't get paid out by insurance and things without COs,
Mhm.
and it just, the more we've grown, the more people want those systems in
I
place.
understand, but when we go to harming people, I'm totally against that.
That's the whole thing, we try not to. All right, we've got a motion, second, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Need another motion.
Motion granted.